Right. Yesterday we already discussed about that types of uh, SQL and DDL functions, and these are all things, and date functions also. Yesterday we'll discussed, and today our topic DDL. DDL functions. DDL means data definition language. Data definition language. So these are all the functions: create, alter, drop, truncate, array name, and each and every function how it can be functioning in our SQL, and examples also we have to discuss about this DDL functions. And each and every command you have to take the example. So now we are discussing about that DDL. So DDL function is used to create a table and modify the table structure. So create the table and modify the structure. So this purpose you have to use this DDL functions. Actually, first you have to take that create. Already yesterday, we are already functioning that create functions, how it can be functioning in our SQL. And today onwards also we have to create the one table. How how to create the table? Create table and a table name. So table name purpose, for example, two, table two of student underscore ID. Data type is a n comma 3 number, and underscore name, and data type varchar 2 until close the bracket in semicolon, control enter. So table is created. So yesterday we cannot explaining we are not explaining that number data type. It is the very most important actually, that number data type purpose. Here you have to give in a 10 comma 3. So here how can you know that 10 comma 3? 10 comma 3, what you call within the bracket of these measurements, that is called a PS. That is called a P comma S. And yesterday um, syntax, in that syntax we have to write that PS actually. PS in the sense, for example, here like this. Here we have to write that P comma S. What is that PS actually? P, P is a precision value. P is a precision value. So this precision value data types are varchar, var, varchar2 and character and number. So this type of data types, we have to use the precision. So this is very most important actually. And some of the interviews also they have to be asking the data types precision value. Can you explain about that precision value? Can you know that precision value? So these type of questions they have to be asking actually. So this precision value actually So nothing but maximum length of character. Maximum length of um, character applicable. So this precision values contains var char2 character and number, and nothing but this precision value nothing but a maximum length of char character applicable. So this is the precision value actually, and here also you have to give a data type is the varchar. So this is called a precision value. 20 is the precision value. So okay, and yes, S is a scalable. The sorry, scalable. This is applicable applicable on number applicable on number in the sense, for example, 10.9999. So this is the actually uh, how many digits here it's available. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So 10. So this is the precision value. Here it is the precision value actually. So it can be continuously 10.999. So how much of precision value scalable you have to providing for that data type. So that purpose you have to use. For example, in that purpose also you have to give the example. For example, s equal to 3, for example, that is the scalable value s equal to 3. Then 10.999. This is the scalable value. So here actually 10.999, 10 nines. But whenever we are assigning that precision value s equal to 3, then automatically this value it can be um, it can be consisted of 10.999. So that is the restriction of that scalable. So how can you explain that? To restrict the decimal decimal values based on the specific specified number. Based on the specified number, it can be restricted. That's scalable. Yes, this is the very most important actually. Some of the values and currency purpose and calculation purpose also it can be given a given in the table values, the some of the calculations foreign key, for example, you have whenever you following that foreign key, so some of the calculations it can be there in our table actually. So that calculation, number calculation purpose also, it can be given a scalable values. So that scalable value restriction purpose, you have to use that um, that specified number. That is the thing actually. How can you test it? So here, just you have to execute the one and create. First, you have to create the table. Then you have to check out about that scalable value, how it can be functioning in our SQL. See, create a table. For example, here BCD of ID, data type is the number 10, comma 3. This is the precision value. This is the scalable. So close the bracket. See here, yes, already table BCD is created. Insert the sum of the values, insert into what is the table name? BCD. Yes, and values values are 10.1234.5. See, row is inserted. Here you have to confirm. How can you confirm that? How can you um, how can you view the data in our BCD table? Select star from BCD. See here. So it can consider 11 value. So why it is considered 11 value in the sense 10.999. So that 999 automatically it can be converted into 11. For example, here um, um, here 1, 2, 3. For example, 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here you have to give in a scalable value 3. So here you have to mention 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 threes. Just you have to execute this command. Yes, row is inserted. And again you have to check out. See here. Here you have to enter values. That value contains 5 threes. But here it can be restricted only 3 threes only. How it can be restricted in the sense? Here you have to given a value based on this scalable value and specified number. So based on this specified number, it can be restricted the scalable this value. Clear, Lakshman? Any doubt?
No, no doubt.
Okay. So this is the very most important actually. These precision values and scalable. The some of the persons they should be definitely they should be asking this question. Precision value and scalable. Yesterday I forgot it last class actually, so that's why I have to explaining this one. And let's starts today our topic DDL. Um, so that DDL purpose you have to create it one table also where it is that see yes here you have to create a tab 2 tab 2. So here you have to give in a number and 10 comma 3. So here you have to give in a precision value 20. But here when you're providing the data type is the number, here you have to give in a 10 comma 3. In the sense, this 3 is the scalable value, restricted value. Based on this restricted value, it can be restricted on the data in our table. That is the thing. So yes. So here you have to create a DDL function. Let's you are discussing about this. The first command is the create. Based on this create command, you have to create the one table. And this create command, this create command, you have to create the table and column names also. So how can you describe the table? So for that describing the table purpose, you have to use the command DESC. Describe the table. So DESC table name. So here it can be appear on this table structure. So it can be identified the table structure. The table structure identification purpose, you have to use this describe command that not only DESC and here also describe tab 2 and this function also it can be functioning, but the short form is that DESC is the short form actually, and this type also you have to is good. What is that? Visual the data table structure. So the table structure purpose you have to use that DESC. Okay, and next command is that alter. Alter. Alter is used to modify structure, modify structure and add to new columns into existing table. So here the modify the structure in the sense, how can you know that structure in the sense here you are not entering any data into the table. Here you have to create a structure only. How many columns? How can you create the column? Already created the table. Um, Already created the table to add the new columns. How can you add the columns? Here you have to discussing about that. Add the column. Add the column in the sense already created the table. In the table only you have to add the sum of the columns. How can you remove the columns? Already created the table to remove the sum of the columns. How can you remove that columns? This is the very most important actually. Alter function, alter command. So here let us discuss about that. To add new column into existing table. This is the very most important actually. So here, how can you add the column? Here already you have to create it that tab 2 table and some of the columns also is there already here describe the table. What is that? Student ID and student name. So the data type number and varchar. And here data types also, how can you change this? And these are all things you have to explain. In this alter, so first alter and table and a table name. Table name, what is the table name? Tab 2. Tab 2. And here add location. Data type is the varchar 2.